What if there was one way that you can crush any presentation, interview, or key meeting that you had some fear or anxiety around? Hi, I'm Marissa Santoro, and I teach professionals how to own their authority so they can increase their influence, double their network, and attract more career opportunities. It's a question I'm often asked. Lots of times there is fear and anxiety, right, when we're showing up in certain situations. Well, the one gutsy strategy that I would advise you to try on is to do one thing. Answer the objections. Answer the objections that your audience would have. What do you envision they would push back on? If you have some fear in that room, there might be something where, it could be a fear of looking foolish or a fear of rejection, right? These are all negative fears. Well, any one of those fears in some way might be questioning whatever it is that you're presenting. And if you feel that there's going to be any doubt in whatever it is that you're sharing or recommending or proposing, then answer the objections. Now, I like to talk about Shakespearean confidence here at Gutsy Leadership Academy. And what Shakespearean confidence is putting a little drama in your stage, I guess you might say, where you're really envisioning yourself as, as the performer and your audience, right? And if your audience is going to really enjoy and buy into whatever you're presenting, they're also going to have some doubt, right? And a lot of times we don't always think about the doubt. There might be thinking, well, why should I give he or she any credibility? Why do they have any credibility? Why should I consider any of their advice or their guidance, right? Well, give them a reason to buy into you, but also give them a reason to answer the questions and whatever doubt that they may have in their mind, why they shouldn't buy into you, why they may think that you're not credible. As a perfect example, let's say you just joined an organization for a year and there are people in that room that have been there for 10 or 15 years, more, right? A possible source of anxiety would be, I haven't been in this business long enough. I came from a different industry. I'm not qualified to give this presentation, right? Answer the objection. That might be a very valid objection that they have in their mind. It might not be true, but it might be something that is of relevance to you. If that's something that might be going on in the back of your head, give them a reason to have faith, put their faith in you, and answering that objection. Just because he or she has been in this company for a year or less, they've learned a lot. They've learned and hit the ground running. Their team is doing some fantastic things. Give them examples of how you've showed up, learning and really getting up to speed on some of the key components and key, aspects of your role. And this comes with storytelling as well. You might just want to weave something in. It's not like a formal, slide where you say, here are the objections that I fully expect you to push back on. But have in the back of your mind some of the things and some of the reasons why, if at all, they may not even be true. A lot of times we make these things up. That's what fear is, right? It's fantasized experience appearing real. But if there is anything going on in the, where you're feeling some fear or anxiety, really lean into that and ask yourself what that really is being sourced from, and write down at least 3 things. I like to use the rule of 3 everywhere at Gutsy Leadership Academy. 3 things, 3 objections that they may have to whatever it is you're proposing, and have them in the back of your mind, and by hook or by crook, make sure you weave them in. And ultimately, it establishes you as a credible expert, as a credible subject matter expert, as a credible leader. And so you can get a little bit ahead of it and, put yourself at ease. Continue with whatever it is you're grounded in knowing, whatever you want to present or whatever you want to share on that interview or in that meeting. But also, if you have to, even call out whatever objection that you think they may be thinking, and let them know that, you're fully aware that this might be a consideration they have, and put them at ease and give them a reason why they shouldn't have that objection. All right, we don't often think about that other flip side, but, rather than stay in a place where, that fear will build, which it will, if you give it any attention, really answer those objections for yourself, and then go in there armed with some really good points to address them. All right. If you haven't seen it below, make sure you download my free audio leadership course where you will get the steps on how to own your authority in your career. All right. We'll talk to you soon. Bye now.